Hello, my name is Abbie Richey, and today I will be telling you how to groom a horse. Do you remember when your mom or dad would brush your hair in the mornings, or wipe that food off of your face, or fix your clothes? That's kind of what it's like to groom a horse. I'll be telling you about how to groom a horse, how it seems difficult, but it's actually quite simple once you understand the steps. First you have your brushes, and then you start with your body, and then you end with the hair and the hooves. The first brush you have, which you use on the face, you don't start with the face, but this is the first brush we're going to be talking about, is the rubber curry brush. I use it around the face area, which the eyes and the nose, just because it's more gentle and it's not hard, so in case you accidentally hit the eye, it won't wound the eye in any way. The next brush is the body brush, which has harder bristles, and so it gets the packed on dirt out easier. And then the next brush would be the mane comb, and I usually use just a regular hairbrush, like one you buy at the store for yourself, because I think that's easier than the comb you see here, but most people use this mane comb right there. And then the last brush would be the hoof pick, and you'll see here is where you pick off all the muck, that's the pick, and then it has a brush where you can get the extra dirt off of it. You begin with the body, just because you're letting the horse know what you're doing. You always want to be sure you let the horse know, because they can't see you all the time, and you don't want to cause any aggravation. So you start with the body. It's the biggest, the body's obviously the biggest part of the horse, so you start there. I start up at the neck, that's where I usually start, but I've seen people start at the shoulders. And you work your way down. Never go against the hair, always go in the direction of the hair, or it'll aggravate the horse. Grooming your hair and hooves. Starting with the hair, I start with the mane, and then I work my way back. So you start at the bottom to get the tangles out, and it's optional, but you can use a hair conditioner, a detangler, or water. I usually use the conditioner up here. So you start at the bottom, and you get those tangles out first, and you work your way up. I find that it's the easiest way to do it. And then going on to the hooves, when you pick up a horse's leg, you always run your hand down the leg first, and the horse will shift its weight and lift up its foot. You don't want to just grab a foot, because first of all, it might startle the horse, and or they won't really know what you're doing, and they'll just leave their foot there and put more pressure. So you always want to run your hand down the leg, and they'll pick up their foot for you, and that's way easier. And then you can either put the foot between your legs, or I just pick up the foot and hold it, because I'm uncomfortable putting them between my legs just for safety reasons. It makes me uncomfortable. But that's optional, and that's for other people to decide their own ways to do that. So you're going to use the pick part first, and you're going to scrape. So you're just going to scrape the stuff, the muck out. And there are more, I could tell you more detail with more time, but you just want to scrape around. This is the frog, and you don't want to scrape on the frog, because the horse has feeling there. You just want to scrape along it. So you want to scrape along right here. And then you use the other side of the brush to get the extra off. And I usually use the brush on the frog. It's more gentle, because you can, they do have pressure points if you get too deep in there. So you want to be careful of that. It's just like our foot, well, slightly different, but you just want to be careful, because it's still, an animal. You want to be careful. And that's how you groom a horse. That's your usual. You go first with the body, then go to the mane, and then you go to the hooves. So that's how you do it. Thank you for listening.